Listen, there's two questions I have to ask you, and you're probably thinking this before I actually start. You won't pay attention to me until I answer them. The first question is what? No, that's not the right one. How tall are you, right? The first one. Anybody have a guess for me real quick? Do you play basketball? Second one, 6'9", never played basketball, clumsy as hell, can't do it. So we're done with that, all right? When is the last time you said to yourself, I got amazing service at City Hall, or I feel so valued by my government? Or, you know, those restrictions they put in place are really there to protect me because I am so effing stupid. Or I am so glad that they're taking more money out of my paycheck because my purpose in life is to live for other people that I may never see or meet. But I know that the city council is much smarter than I am. Or I'm glad that there was a bottle tax because fat people are too stupid to know that drinking soda makes them even fatter. So let's make it more expensive for them. Or I'm really glad they passed that energy tax because those big manufacturers in the city, they can handle a little tax. The competition with China and India can't be that bad, can it? What we need in this great city is to be freed from the mom and dad mentality, we will protect you. We must work in Baltimore towards a society of reason that is utilizing one's rational mind, allowing each person to promote their own self-interest and purpose. Another example of a great city in our nation of tax dollars gone astray is university research. How many people here work for a university? I want to know who I'm going to offend first. No bottles, please, okay? I don't want a bottle. Let me point out a few things from the Department of the Blindingly Obvious. First one, study finds getting fired is disappointing. Researchers found that a pink slip can be disappointing. Can you imagine? Even to people who have a positive attitude. Second study, people who exercise are less fat than people who sit on a couch all day eating and watching TV. They researched, they found that exercise is actually good for you. This is money, $250,000. And they noted that changing your eating habits can actually what? You can lose weight. And the last one, study finds that people who cannot afford cars are more likely to take public transportation. Really. They found that those under 25 are more likely to use public transportation. Why? Because they're broke from all the student loans that they're paying. The sad part is that most universities are bastions of free thought, yet they depend on government research projects as a major source of income. So what debt-ridden college administrator would dare antagonize the government for this? So what do we need to do? We need a return to the deeper philosophical ideals of protecting an individual's right, which requires the government to have a single function, which is the protection of individual property. At first, those are defensive, and we have a shouter out here somewhere. But those are rich people. They got lots of money. They deserve to be taxed. It's not going to hurt them. It's always the first response. That's why we support politicians who help us financially. We support politicians who give unemployment insurance, subsidies, and payment transfers. But the wealth has to come from somewhere, meaning it must be robbed from somebody who earned it. But most of the wealth of the rich is not like what we think is fancy cars and boats. It's in factories, it's in building technologies, and it's in labor payments. In other words, the wealthy own the means of production for the jobs to produce the very goods and services that we must consume. When wealthy people have less money, it means we have less capital to work with. It means we all earn less. Yet time and time again, politicians are re-elected with the same old policies to win votes. Taxing the rich, new social programs, a higher minimum wage. That is a great seller before election time. And this goes on decade after decade, depleting our capital structure and reducing our ability to actually create real wealth and growth. If you don't believe me, drive down Northern Avenue from one side all the way down to Coppin. It is a shell of its former self. If you knew it 40, 50 years ago, and you knew the townhomes, you knew that there was real money there. But our officials, year after year, have depleted and destroyed the very fabric in Baltimore. We should realize that an experienced politician is one who actually only knows how to buy a vote, destroy wealth, and manipulate the economy for the worst. We need a mayor who will create an individual who is left to think and act on their own best judgment, who sees production and profit as something virtuous through an elimination of the welfare state that creates nursery schools in our streets. Thank you.